Well, hello everybody and welcome back to the channel, friends. It's a brand new day today as we watch Star Trek Prodigy Season 1, Episode 1, Lost and Found, Part 1. A lot of ones in there. It's fitting since this is the first episode that I'm going to be experiencing. I can't tell you that when I started this channel and I started with Lower Decks in the original series, I have consistently been asked to either react to Prodigy or whether or not I've seen Prodigy. And almost exclusively when I say I haven't, people have said, well, you have to. And two, I think you're really going to like it. So I hope both of those things are right as I have fulfilled the first part of it in watching. And secondly, I really hope that I like it, and I think that I will. You all haven't steered me wrong yet. So again, and it has Ella Purnell, who we met in Fallout, or I met in Fallout and fell in love with. And over on Patreon, I'm watching Arcane with Ella Purnell, and oh my goodness, what an amazing actor, and I can't wait to see her work in this. But first, friends, if you could do me a huge favor, hit that like button, smash that subscribe, ring-a-ding-ding that bell for notifications. You'll be alerted anytime we go live with any of our Star Trek series, specifically Prodigy, if that's your thing. And of course, if there's anything that we do that you would like early or in its full-length format, link to the Patreon is in the description. Not a fan of Patreon? Stay with us here on YouTube memberships. You'll get all the episodes about a day early, plus any of the bonus episodes we come up with. But friends, all that is then, and this is now. And now it's time to begin a new adventure, to begin again, if you will, as we watch Star Trek Prodigy Season 1, Episode 1, Lost and Found, Part 1. Prepare to engage maximum warp reaction. And for the very first time in the Prodigy universe, away we go! Man, I am excited. Brand new notebook page. Woo! Nice. Oh, I like the changes. What is that? Like a geode? Oh, really cool design work on that alien. Tars Lamora prison colony. Ooh. Animation is great. Wow.
5, 4, 3. My ticket out of here.
Planning an escape, eh? Somebody looking for somebody? Was that hollow thing?
Have you seen Fugitive Zero?
Is his name Dreadnought?
Prisoner Dal RL. What species are you?
Dal RL?
If you can enlighten me, it'd sure be a weight off of my shoulders. I'd ask my coworkers, but you ban translators to keep us from talking.
Oh, wow. I'm assuming that's Zero, right? Wow, really good animation.
Fugitive Zero is here.
Fugitive Zero. Oh boy.
Oh no.
Ben Grimm?
Mind your own business. Nothing to see here.
I think my big question is, when does this take place? Is it the future, or I want to think it's the future, but future from like TNG Voyager time frame.
I need down on fool you all and escape.
Well,
Oh, no.
Dow, how are you not dead?
I can borrow it. Thanks. I'll be sure to return it.
Wow.
Whoa.
Big action set here.
Okay, Dal. Let's find our way out of here.
And we don't know what Dow's species is, okay?
Probably sounds worse than it is.
No, that's bad.
Oh, it's worse. It's so.
It's very bad.
No.
Nice driving, piloting, whatever.
No one shall escape.
That's not Dreadnought, is it? Okay, so the anti-grav is off.
You can make it. You got this. It's a little further.
Punch it.
Come on, Dal. Please.
Oh my god, is that how close he is to space? Oh my lord. Nice. I see Janeway there and the D in the eye. This is very different. I think people have warned me. They were like, this is a very different Star Trek. But I am digging it so far. As far as a Prison Break goes, so far so good. Is that a cat? It's a cat.
The Kazon apologizes for his delay.
Ella Purnell.
Is that he's already given us every criminal and orphan this side of the Delta. But to continue this relationship, he offers this one for half price.
It is a little kitty. Okay, so without translators, I guess you need somebody like...
I told him if he ever brought us one so young again, it would be him working.
No.
Do not overstep your boundaries.
I don't understand why my father makes me translate when you're programmed to do just the same.
Huh.
Our diviner has a plan for you.
Diviner. Is that her dad? I mean, she said dad diviner, but I don't know that character's name yet either. Other than Prodigy, which I'm assuming is the diviner's, child. What are they mining? These little geode things. The character design on the aliens, very cool.
Progeny of soul. You may speak in standard.
I know you favor this primitive tongue.
You summoned our diviner?
How well do you know this prisoner, Dal Real?
I know his species is unknown.
Oh, really?
He's mildly intelligent.
Mildly.
Every moment future to zero stays at large gives the unwanted hope.
This guy sounds like Walter Bishop from Fringe.
We are the last of the Vernacut. And whatever future our people hold, be up to you. Do it your way. But if you can't get it, Dreadnought will use alternative methods.
I'm assuming the alternative methods would not be great.
She must not know what I'm searching for. I can't have the thought of the Federation influence her in any way.
Confederation.
You never give up hope, do you?
Who's there? Who said that?
Just a prisoner, like everyone else.
You speak my language. What species are you? What sector are you from?
Does it matter?
No. Yeah.
Everyone wants to escape. But you're special. You're the only one who still thinks he can.
It has hope.
Easy drive-by. Wait,
Nobody in there.
who was I just talking to? Oh, ow, okay.
So is Dal, right? Dal? Are they speaking standard and that's why we can understand them? Or are we just supposed to be privy to whatever language they're speaking?
Tell me again what it's like out there.
Share some of those honey lychees and I'll tell you stories that'll make you feel like you're living amongst the stars. Good to see you, Gwen. It's night.
Gwen.
You tried to fly a Class D loader into space.
Almost made it.
It was just chance you escaped at the very moment Fugitive Zero sabotaged the manacle antenna.
Oh,
Fess up. You two are in cat boots.
cat boots, cahoots?
You mean cahoots?
I refuse to be mocked by someone of your reputation.
What reputation is that?
That was the don't murder.
Gwen. You're a chump to think he'll let anyone off this rock.
Including you.
Even you.
Yep.
At least I know what I am.
Well, that's sort of an asshole thing to say.
And I'll tell you everything I know about him.
Fugitive Zero isn't a him or a her. Medusans are non-corporeal. They don't have a body.
Medusan.
In my cell! Someone was in my head asking all sorts of questions! I swear to you, I can find Fugitive Zero!
If you don't, I can no longer protect you from Dreadnought.
You know what he'll do to me.
Then for your own sake, I hope you come through.
Oh boy. Stakes are high, everybody.
Last seen in the northwest crevasse. I suggest you start there.
That's deep core mining. How is a guy my size supposed to get down there?
So only the biggest aliens go down there?
Goop guy. What's this? Oh, a little safety video.
Oh, well, beware that. Beware that.
There's a lot of X's down there.
Oh, you work in tandem. That's how you don't get killed.
Buddies it. No.
Uh-oh. Ben Grimm.
Huh. Oh, what are those things for?
He's just gonna drop. Yep. I like that little, like, you think it's done and then it drops another 2 feet just to break everybody's ankles.
My life is kind of on the line, so I really need your help to find Fugitive Zero.
No one can understand you, dude.
If you see anything or hear voices in your head, growl at me. You understand?
No. No, they don't.
Where are your ears? Can you even hear me?
Okay, so they're saying that the Fugitive Zero is non-corporeal. So is that little robot body that they're in like housing some type of like cloud or ghost, you know, non-corporeal being?
Look! Look! Yes. Pictures. If you help me, I can escape.
We
can escape.
There we go.
Oh! Hey, Crater Face.
Said, let's get to work.
Okay, he's stomping. Back off, Rocky.
All right, well, that just destabilized everything.
Oh!
X. Oh, they saved your ass, buddy.
You saved my life. Ah!
Just because they're big doesn't mean they're a monster or evil or bad.
Where are we? What is this? There's so much!
Yeah, but you don't know what it is.
We can see the stars now.
Uh-oh. What? What?
Man. Would you look at this?
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. Now, I wonder if there's power, a universal translator should kick in, right? What is this ship? I probably should know, shouldn't I? If I haven't watched Voyager, so I know enough about Voyager to get myself in trouble.
You said it, big fella.
USS Protostar, is that what it said? It looks like it's in good shape. Right? I don't see any structural damage. Have a seat, kid. Oh, wow. Is that... Oh, no. Still has power.
What did you do? What did you press?
I didn't press anything!
Oh, I love it.
I understand you.
And you're not a big fella. You're a...
What?
Dell.
Rock Talk.
Excuse me?
My name. It's Rock Talk.
Rock Talk? Are you kidding me?
It's some sort of translator.
Yeah, I know. I'm big, not dumb.
Oh, I already like it. Are they young?
Our ticket out of here.
How did a ship this size get inside here?
The more important question: how do we get it out?
Fugitive Zero. Oh, you gotta be shitting me! Holy smokes, that was fast. All right, friends, we just got done watching Prodigy. See Star Trek Prodigy, Season 1, Episode 1, Lost and Found, Part 1. And the only thing we have left to do is talk about it. All right, everybody, just got done watching Star Trek Prodigy, Season 1, Episode 1, Lost and Found, Part 1. Now, really quick episode, but they packed a lot into it, but not a lot of revelatory information. It was kind of like, hey, here's the world, here's the situation. We had Del who's trying to, escape from this prison facility. So, we had that escape sequence took up quite a bit of the time, so there wasn't more revelations or gifted information or kind of dynamics that were explored during that chase sequence, which is perfectly fine. They're setting the stakes, showing us how hard it is to get off of this planet, even with something that, was as chaotic and should have kind of worked, I guess, with Del, kind of just throwing a wrench into everything. But again, necessary thing. The action was cool with that. I thought the animation was fantastic, but boy, oh boy, it was the characters obviously are the ones that you get drawn into. I thought it was a really cool idea too, to make sure that there wasn't a universal translator initially. So no one was able to understand themselves. It creates more of an isolation feel. And I really kind of dig that, especially with like a multi-alien, multi-species type of prison like that. That's exactly what you would do. You would cut off all universal translation, so there couldn't be an uprising, there couldn't be any type of talking, there couldn't be plotting or scheming or even sharing of information or contraband or black market stuff. None of that. It would make any types of those transactions exponentially more difficult. And while it's kind of barbaric to not allow anybody, it's almost like putting everybody in isolation in a crowd. It definitely is a very intelligent way to go about running a prison, especially, like I said, one that would rely on communications between species. Can't do that. You don't know what anybody's bent is. You don't know how anybody how their culture portrays something. So, reading things off of body language isn't going to work. You can't write. You can't, no one would understand your written language. Dell tried to go with the pictures. That worked a bit, I guess, at least being able to use iconography to kind of figure things out. An interesting way to kind of set everything up though, because here's the main part of that is that it's, while having this kind of absence of translation, we as the audience can look at that and say, okay, well, we didn't miss anything. At least as far as the prisoner exchanges and interactions would go, we probably didn't miss a thing other than, a lot of confusion and a lot of I don't understand you type of stuff. No kind of, the dynamics were formed or would be explored other than, not being able to understand one another. So that's kind of cool for me because it looks like it's an established world that's been lived in, that, we've had these prisoners on planet for quite some time. But as an audience member, I don't feel like I'm coming in halfway or I missed something, which is really, really an excellent way to kind of do that. Establish a history without establishing an absence of knowledge for us. Really cool idea. And again, the main thing with Star Trek almost always is the characters. When you have these characters come forward and, provide, it's a character-driven show. And so, while the story and while the kind of the problems of the week are always, very fascinating and very interesting, it's how our characters, or at least the crew of the ship of whatever series we're watching, deal with that problem that really, for me anyway, that really kind of makes me involved in the story at large. And so, I like the way that they kind of went around the horn here and got us involved with a few of the characters. Now, I know a few of these characters simply because when I logged into Netflix, they have a splash page that shows all of I'm assuming the prominent characters. Del was on there, Gwen was on there, and Rock Talk was on there, which I think I will always call Rock Talk, Rock Talk. Talk. I think that's great. Again, and that's how that translation matrix, the absence of translation worked so well. We had no idea, what Rock Talk even sounded like, and then whenever we hear the translation, came through almost as a child. I love that. Did the translation identify the age of the alien to make the voice, or is that how it's coming through? It was able to. I'm fascinated by universal translators because let's break that down just for a second. Okay, just humor me. The universal translator heard that voice that was coming from Rock Talk, immediately identified not only the language that was being spoken and how to translate it into, standard or whatever it is, but it was able to divine from the voice that, oh, this is a young voice, a young voice speaking this language. And thus the translation into standard was given with a younger sounding voice, which I think is awesome. It's like the universal translator, it made all of those connections in an instant when it came online. Just little bits like that of the technology and its adaptations showed that the writers are really kind of looking at all of this and really kind of immersing themselves into the world and kind of saying, okay, now if this happened, what am I forgetting? And then, I love that type of kind of premise where you've got writers that are so invested in it that they look for problems or questions that haven't been asked yet, and they answer them before. So there isn't kind of a removal from the world, It's like, well, how did that know to do that? They go ahead and take care of it. I love it. I love it. Really, really cool stuff. The other cool thing that I did before I clicked off and I took a second and I wanted to double check something. So I checked to see who the actor was portraying the diviner, because boy, oh boy, did that voice sound like Walter Bishop from Fringe. And guess what? John Noble, Walter Bishop from Fringe, is now in the show, which is awesome. With Ella Purnell, who I absolutely adore ever since I saw her just recently in Fallout. I was blown away by what she could do. I'm in the middle of Arcane, getting blown away by what she does there. And I hope to experience the same type of reaction to her performance here, which has already been excellently portrayed in a character that is probably, I guess, a mixture, between her Fallout performance and Arcane, not to be a big of a spoiler. We've got some light and dark kind of workings going on in there. And again, just another testament to the range of Ella to be able to, at least convey the initial kind of emotional reactions we should have by the performance. I mean, I wouldn't say that I'm in it right now. Like, oh, I got to see the next episode because this was too short. And I'm very intrigued, though, by what's going on. Now, it looks like they're on, the ship is called the USS Protostar, which 100% I have run across that name and I do not remember the context for it. I ran across that name, I'm going to guess, in one of my early Q&As, which are the kind of trivia section that I do for my original series reactions, because I really wouldn't have had an opportunity. And if it had been any earlier than that, I guarantee I wouldn't have remembered. So it must have been there that I ran across the Protostar. And I know that this show is very Voyager-centric, which I've seen a smattering of episodes of Voyager. Strangely enough, I saw the last episode of Voyager. I just stumbled upon that years and years and years ago and watched it. I don't remember much of it other than, spoiler alert, Voyager makes it home to Earth. And it's again, I'm sure that I should know what the Protostar is, but I'm kind of glad that I don't, because I feel more like the characters that I'm watching in Prodigy as they walk aboard this ship. Oh, the USS Protostar. I just think that is really, really cool. I feel like I'm in their shoes. So I'm cool with it. I'm cool. I'll miss some Easter eggs. I'll miss some stuff like that. But I feel like I'm, in a weird way, a part of these new characters that I've met, that I'm walking in the same shoes that they are filling, I'm in the same very, kind of confused position. Where is this incredibly, advanced, or, at the very least, it seems untouched by time ship that is in the middle of a cavern beneath the planet's surface? Incredible stuff, And again, I feel that sense of wonder too. And I'm sort of glad that, I'm sure I would get more out of it if I knew what the Protostar was. But in a weird way, like I said, I kind of like that absence of knowledge. It's an exploration for me too. It's a mystery for me too. And I'm very interested to see where that goes, just for my own Star Trek universal knowledge. And then of course to see how that pertains to our new characters that we've met. Whew. I like it, friends. I like it. All right, everybody. Well, the time has come for us to say goodbye. But before we do that, if you could do me a huge favor and hit that like button and smash the subscribe, ring the bell for notifications, that would be great. And of course, if there's anything that we do that you would like early or in its full-length format, the link to the Patreon is in the description. But friends, all that is then and this is now. And now, like we said, it's time to say goodbye. But you know what? I refuse to say goodbye because this is only part 1 of 2. We don't have to say goodbye. We just have to pause. We just have to blink. We just have to collect our thoughts and get ready for the next leg because this is an adventure that is ongoing and one that we will be continuing through its conclusion. And now we have season 2 to watch, friends. And I can already tell you this. Stick with me. I'm going to be watching it all. Friends, until we meet again, Vulcan roll. And I'll see you.